Welcome to another episode here at Custom Body Fitness with Sandro Torres. Today we're going to be talking about money and weight loss. Weight loss can be very simple, such as exercise and eating healthy, or it can become complex when you start thinking about your psychology, life, up and downs on life, work, about stress, about money, everything that contribute to the decisions that you're making and you eating and you exercise. So today we're gonna be talking about money, how you can stop worrying about money so you can focus on your weight loss and in your health. So let's begin with the talk. Enjoy it and please share this episode with people that need this information. Let's begin. At CBF, we know that for you to change your body, you need to change your mind. Exercise and eating healthy is only part of the plan. We care about our members as we care about our family because our members become our family. It is not about competition but support. It is not about being the strongest or the fastest but about you defeating your negative self. It is about working together and making the task challenging and have fun. By the end, what matters is not how hard the session was, but that you take control of your mind so you can take control of your body. My name is Sandro Torres and I'm happy you are part of our family. Welcome to Custom Body Fitness. Hello everybody, my name is Sandro Torres. I'm the founder of Custom Body Fitness. I have been helping a lot of people lose weight here in the Running Valley. You can check our before and afters in our website and our reviews and so on. I'm a certified personal trainer, which I honestly don't think is a lot. I think all the knowledge that I've been getting is for all my studies that I have done independently, for a lot of my reading and research, and of course my experience. Anyway, today I'm gonna teach you something very important. How to stop worry about money so you can focus on your weight loss. Let's begin by telling you that your health and your weight loss must be a priority. If your weight loss and your health is not a priority, this video is not for you, so skip it, go watch something else. If you have your health and weight loss as a priority, then this video is for you. If you want to know how to manage your money and take care of your health, this is the video for you. Let's begin by telling you there is three rules for money that you need to know for you not to worry about money. One, know how to earn it. There is many ways you can earn money. Investment, working, trade. What I mean with trade, selling and buying, so on, right? The way you want to make money, of course, is a legal, ethical way. So I recommend you do that. The second rule is know how to keep it. Don't spend it. Of course, you need to buy things, and that's the things that we're going to be talking in this video. But know how to keep it. You need to save your money. You need to learn how to save money. And even though money, it matters how much money you make, most people make enough money to save it. So if you think you don't make enough money, once again, listen to this video and you get some idea if you can save money, which I bet you do, because I live the life of a poor person, and then I live a life that I had more money, and even though I made good money, I was poor still. And it wasn't because I didn't make enough money, it was because of my habits. And the third rule of money is grow it. Once you make the money, once you save it, you need to grow it. You have to learn how to invest it so you don't have to worry about money. Okay, so those are the three rules. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit of my story so you have an idea. This is not only that I just study and telling you do it. I did it myself. In Mexico, I'm from Mexico City, I was very poor, super poor. If I wanted to buy a taco, I need to actually think about it to buy a taco. Even though I was so hungry to eat, of course, not hungry for money, hungry to eat, I couldn't buy a taco. I used to work as a busy taxi. I used to drive people in a bike, and I had like a car behind the bike, and I used to take in places. Remember, this is years ago. This is around 25 years ago, 27 years ago. And I made money. I didn't have money for clothes. If I have ripped pants, I use those. I didn't have money for food. Like I said, if I see people eating tacos in the street, in the corner, I didn't have money to buy that. I barely make it to survive. I have to pay rent, I have to pay my needs, and so on. I'm not going to go into details into how my life was, but just think about that. I didn't have money to buy food. Then I moved to the US. Moving to the US, I was making millions of dollars according to me. Of course, I wasn't making a lot. I was making around $400-500, but it was a lot money compared to how much money I made in Mexico. Then I found a job where I was making around $1,800 a week, and that was in the 2004. So the money was worth than what it is right now. It's worth more than what it is. It was worth more than what it's worth right now. And I had another job, so I was making more money on top of that, and I was still broke. And the reason why is because I don't know how to spend the money. Then I fall into depression. If you have listened to another videos I have posted here or read my articles, you know my story. I have a book that is called Finding Genuine Happiness. When you read the book, I talk about my life. If you want to know my life, if you want to know what rules apply to be happy, go ahead and read the book if you want to learn those. So what I'm going to teach you here, it's going to be how you're going to invest your money in yourself and in general, so you don't have to worry about money and pay a lot of attention in your health. So now that you know the 3 rules that I taught you about money, now the next thing that you need to know, and I apply in my life like I mentioned, is spend your money in your basic needs. Stop being controlled by your emotions. Let other people waste their money, buy wherever they want to. Maybe they have the means, maybe they don't have the means like you, and you just living paycheck by paycheck and trying to maintain the things that are not living anything good in your life that you think is bringing happiness to you. So what are basic needs? One of them is your shelter. You have to pay for your shelter. 2, you have to pay for your food. And I bet your health is very important. Like I say, it should be a priority. So buy the best food because you don't want to get any disease. You don't want to get sick. And 3rd, you want to buy water. If you don't have clean water, you want to spend on your health, buy that water. Clothes, remember, clothes to cover your body. Don't buy expensive clothes. Don't buy a lot of clothes. Just enough clothes for you to use in your daily living. Those are the basic physical needs that you need. If you, for example, go to work and there is no transportation, you need a car, maybe you need a car, right, to go to work. So you need to pay the insurance, you need to pay the gas, you need to pay maintenance, and so on. So must be a need for you. The other thing that it's a need is for you to continue learning. So buy books. So if you really think about it, if you're only paying that, you're not spending a lot of money. Now the things that you don't need, that you think you need, but that's not a need, is cable TV, Wi-Fi, going to expensive trips, expensive car, expensive clothes, Amazon Premium, Netflix, and the things that you need for you to be entertained. So you want to get rid of that. Now, like I said, it's not an easy thing to do. That's why you need to put your health as a priority, because if you put your health as a priority, then you're not spending the money there. All that money that you're giving away to other people to become rich, you can save it for you to be financially free. Once you do the math and just spend money on the basic needs, you can save the rest. Now that you're saving the rest, now, like I said, the 3rd rule, you need to know how to invest it. Once you learn how to invest it, which I'm not going to teach you here, there is many other videos, other people that can teach you how to invest it. You find a way to invest it, your money start growing. Once your money start growing and you have more money, you can live not above your means. You always have to live under your means, but now you can buy some of your wants, the things that you use for entertainment, as an example. But you need to get into that point. That's how I did it. When I was broke, I came to the point that I lost my job here in the US, and I made only 14,000 a year. It was a couple years that I was making absolutely nothing. I was making that money, which I only pay my rent. I was sustaining my business with that, and I have a broken car. I remember me not driving to buy things, just walking everywhere and trying to not get out, even though I wanted to. Get a little bit distracted and anything like that. I didn't do anything of that. All I did was read, walk, meditate, and things like that, because I wanted to get out of that zone. So I survived with those 2 years making absolutely nothing, and I managed to save some money. And came to the point that I doubled my money, that I tripled my money, and so on. And I did it not because I worked harder. It's because I invested in my business. I invested in real estate. I invested in some stock, and invested in other businesses. And the reason why I could invest it there is because I saved the money. But I didn't have the things that I have right now, the luxury that I have on buying a little things that are a little bit more expensive. I do it right now because I have the means. I didn't have them before. But still, even though I have that luxury, I still live under my means, because if I get crazy and live over my means, then I become poor again. So learn that. Live under your means. Now, for your health, to be healthy and to lose weight, the first thing that you have to invest to lose weight and be healthy is your food. Like I mentioned before, buy the best food. You want to buy no things that have no preservatives. You want to nothing that they take steroids, no antibiotics, no pesticides, no chemicals added, no extra sugar, nothing of that. You want to buy the best food, organic, everything that is actually local, everything that is natural raised, everything that is the way God wants us to eat that. It's, of course, it's more expensive because it requires more work. It requires more time to grow that food. Whatever food you eat in there is growing, it's going to take more time because everything is natural. Pay for it. Invest it. Invest in your health. Start losing health. Weight. Now that you actually investing on that, now the next thing is you exercise. I have a video that you can watch. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put the link right here so you can go and look at it, listen to it. I talk about what is the best thing for you: personal training, group training, or a gym. Depending on how much money you make, start somewhere. It's an investment for yourself. You don't have to pay a membership, but if you can pay a membership, invest in it, in a gym membership. If you can pay a personal training, invest on it. If you can pay group training, invest on it. If you can't, don't you worry. Start running. Start doing some push-ups at home. Start somewhere. Exercising. So what I really recommend is pay any service for your health, for your exercise that is under your means. Can't pay anything of that? Like I mentioned before, find a way that you can do it free. But exercise, it's an investment for your health, and that's how you're gonna lose weight. Now, because you're saving money, you're not working extra to pay all those things that were already mentioned, you're gonna have time. You're gonna have time to exercise. You're gonna have time to prepare your food. You're gonna have time to eat on schedule. Not only that, you also gonna have time to progress. So you once you start saving money, you're gonna have time for doing all that. So that's how you can start losing weight and taking care of your health. Now money is not a worry anymore because you're paying what your basic needs are. In the future, you're gonna be resting, and you're gonna be resting assured that your money is gonna grow. And then in the future, a couple of years later, 5 years later, whatever, you're gonna have extra money. Now you can buy those things you want, or you can save the money and reinvest it again and do it again until you completely financially free. You don't have to worry about money anymore. So now, in my book, Finding Genuine Happiness, I talk about a couple things that you need to take care of. Your spiritual growth, that's part of your life. It's very important that you feel in peace at all the time. And the only way you're going to do that is by you having faith. And the only way you're going to have faith is by you understanding how the connection with God, the connection with God, humans and God works. When you learn that, you understand that everything is going to be okay. And I can't just tell you that. You need to go and learn it. So learn how to maintain the spiritual side of your life. Your family is very important. You don't want anybody to be sick. You don't want anybody to take the wrong decisions, even though some of us are gonna do. You're gonna do the best to maintain that family united and to continue progressing. Invest in your family. Give them time. Give them things that are gonna help them grow. The next thing that you're gonna invest is gonna be your health. Like I mentioned before, your health, not only physically but also mentally. Remember, if you learn how to control your thoughts and your emotion, you're a step ahead of a lot of people. Then next, your personal growth. Okay, you need to learn. All the things that I'm teaching you, I didn't born learning this. I read a lot of them. I got a lot of knowledge, and then I'm passing it to you. I apply, it works in my life, it should work for you, and it's working in many other lives. So learn. That's one of the things that I actually paid for it when I was very broken. I paid for my personal growth. I paid for seminars. I paid for courses. I paid for school, and actually paid for books. I didn't want to buy anything else. And well, actually, yes, I wanted to buy anything else, but rationally, I buy only the things that are gonna help me to get out of my hole that I was in and become a better person and be financially free and healthy. The other thing that you wanna invest your money is your career. If you wanna be the best of everybody, it's not gonna happen only by you watching TV and wasting your time. The only way it's gonna happen is by you growing in your career and learning in your career and applying that, experiment and become better. So invest in that. And the last thing that you should invest, but actually I don't pay a lot of attention on that, but sometimes when I'm tired of everything, because I love to work, it's not something that I don't think that I need to work. I love to work. It's something that I enjoy. Sometimes I need a break, so I invest in a couple hobbies. One of the things are cars. I love cars, and I do spend some money here and there. But now that I can, before I couldn't do that. Thank God I do have that possibility to do that right now, which I didn't have it before. So now you know. Let's do a quick summary of this. First of all, there is the 3 rules of money. First of all, learn how to make money, how to save it, and how to grow it. The next thing that we talk about is about only spend on your basic needs. Then when your money start growing, you can start buying your wants. The next thing that we talk about is about invest on your health, invest on your food, invest on your exercise. The next thing we talk about is about the 6 things that you have to take care of, which is your spiritual growth, your family, your health, your personal growth, your career, and your hobbies. I hope this small video do help you to actually focus on your weight loss and not worry about money anymore. If you follow this, it's going to work for you. It worked for me and it works for many people. But you need to have the discipline to do it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. So this is a summary of this episode. First, 3 rules for money. Know how to make it, know how to save it, and know how to grow it. Second, spend your money in your basic needs. Remember, basic needs. Don't waste your money in things that are not going to help you grow. Things that you think you need but actually are want. If you want to grow your money, you need to know how to save it so you can grow that money. So don't buy things that you want only for wanting. 3, always live under your means. That means that if you have enough money to spend on some wants, you may do that. But make sure you have money to save and don't spend more money than what you make, because then you become poor. Then you're gonna have to worry about money instead of worrying about your health. And number 4, the first thing that you should be investing to lose weight is in your food. Pay a lot of attention on your food. Buy the best food. Buy healthy food. Buy whole foods. Buy the foods that are made for you to eat. The ones that God gives us naturally. Fruits, grains, meats, veggies. Those are the top ones. And 5, pay for what you can when you exercise. You can start losing weight by running. You don't have to pay a personal trainer. You don't have to pay a group training. You don't have to pay a gym membership. However, if you do have the means to do that, pay for it. It's an investment for your health. You're gonna get faster to your goal if you do that. So that's the summary. I hope you get good information out of this podcast. Please share this episode with people that needs this information. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for listening to us.